So I'm talking to a customer and the customer asked me, John, why do I need to do simulations? And I say, Joe, have you ever bought a car without first taking it for a test drive? Of course you wouldn't. And it's pretty much about then when the idea for a business simulation center was born. I've been doing simulations for years, but the problem's always been you use whatever space is available with the customer. You can have an open office, maybe a boardroom, and so you really couldn't customize it. You couldn't make it real. And just like anything, the more reality you have, the better the reaction, and more importantly, the better results you're gonna have. At that point, that's when I said, we've got to have our own place, our own sets that we can do and customize as we see fit based on the customer's needs. First, hiring and assessment. Secondly, continued development. First, on the hiring and assessment side. I don't know if you know this or not, but every bad hire costs you 5 times their annual compensation. So a person that you hire for $50,000 or you promote into a position for $50,000, if it's the wrong person, is going to cost you $250,000. And that's not even counting the effect on customers, the effect on morale inside the organization, and all the different things that fit. There's an old adage that says when you go on a first date that you're not actually meeting that person. What you're meeting is that person's representative. Well, it's so true in interviews, particularly with salespeople. Salespeople are professionally charming. It's their job to get you to like them, for goodness sakes. Anybody who comes in for an interview, it's their job to get you to like them. And you're gonna take the chance that you happen to mesh with that person based on an interview and you bonded, and maybe that person went to a high school that was close to you, or you maybe knew the same person, instead of finding out exactly what that person could do in a business setting, in the business skills and the tactics that he's gonna have to do on an everyday basis. To me, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Sales, anything in business, it's a skill, and they're perishable skills at that. If you don't practice them, they're never going to get better, and more importantly, they're going to regress, and they're going to get worse is exactly what's going to happen. And there's another great line I like to talk about with Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz always says, practice makes perfect. No, he always stops himself and says, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. Perfect practice makes perfect. Do you want your people to be going out there and testing themselves out in front of customers, in front of people that they're working with? Of course you don't. You want them to get it right the first time, not learn through a black eye, learn by winning. People are your most valuable resource, and you can make an excuse, why you can't do a simulation. Is there cost? Is there time involved? Whatever. But what's the cost to your business? What's the cost or the effect to your customer? Okay? And it goes with some of the best advice I like to give to clients. I always like to tell clients, you can either make sales or make excuses, but you can't do both. It's the same thing. Don't make an excuse. Take the time to make the best possible decision and use the simulation so you have all the available information.